Chosen one, listen carefully. This is not just another message. This is a divine appointment. Heaven has orchestrated this moment, and if your spirit is even slightly stirred right now, it's because God is confirming something you've already been sensing. The delay wasn't denial. The silence wasn't rejection. The long nights of praying, the quiet tears, the moments where you wondered if God even remembered your name, they were never in vain. In fact, they were proof that your patience was qualifying you, proof that you were being prepared, not punished. And now, your miracle is in motion. God says, your patience has qualified you. The very endurance that others mocked, the calm you maintained while chaos raged around you, the way you kept your heart anchored when everything around you shifted, that was the test. And you passed. You didn't just survive the wilderness, you mastered it. You didn't just wait, you waited well. And now, heaven is about to reward you in a way that no eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no mind has conceived. Chosen one, you're not watching this by coincidence. You were summoned. There's a divine countdown happening right now in the spirit. Something is unlocking. God is moving behind the scenes in ways that will shock you. And this moment right now is the sound of heaven saying, it's time. You're standing at the threshold of a door that only your obedience, your endurance, your surrender could open. Not talent, not connections, not shortcuts, patience. That's what qualified you. Chosen one, I need you to understand the weight of this hour. The enemy has been relentless lately, not because you're weak, but because you're close. The warfare intensified because your breakthrough is closer than it's ever been. And the very fact that you're still here, still standing, still seeking, still watching prophetic words in faith, that's evidence that you're the one. You're the one the enemy hoped would give up, but you didn't. You couldn't. Because something inside you always knew, God is not finished with me yet. The spiritual realm is sensitive right now. Doors are opening, assignments are shifting, and those who are aligned, those who have waited well, are about to walk into promises they almost forgot. That's why you must pay attention to what's being said right now. This isn't entertainment. This is spiritual alignment. This is prophetic positioning. And this message is your confirmation. Chosen one, as a prophetic act, I want you to do something right now, like this video, as an act of spiritual agreement. Subscribe, because this is not just a word. It's a divine pattern you've been tapped into. And most importantly, I want you to comment below with the words, "My patience has qualified me." Type it out, "My patience has qualified me." That's not just a sentence. That is a prophetic declaration, a seed of faith. When you write those words, you're stepping into agreement with what heaven has already decreed over your life. You're saying, I see it, I receive it, I'm ready for it. That phrase carries power because it's rooted in obedience. It symbolizes that you've endured without bitterness, that you've trusted God's timing over your own understanding. And because of that, the next chapter of your life won't be built by striving. It will be built by supernatural release. So, go ahead, do it now. Like this video, subscribe, and comment, "My patience has qualified me," below as a prophetic activation of what's already unfolding in your favor. You didn't stumble into this word, you were summoned into it. The spiritual realm is moving, and God is about to respond in a way that shifts everything. Your waiting has matured you, your patience has positioned you. And now, your miracle is prepared to meet you. Chosen one, now that your spirit has been stirred, let's go deeper. The reason you're here isn't just to receive a word, it's to recognize the fingerprints of God all over your journey. Every step, every tear, every silence, every delay. Nothing was random, heaven saw it all. You may have wondered at times if anyone noticed what you were carrying. The strength it took to get out of bed, the courage it took to forgive, the grace you offered when betrayal tried to harden your heart. But chosen one, let me speak this plainly. Heaven saw what you endured in silence. You endured nights that broke you wide open, prayers whispered into pillows soaked with quiet desperation. You held back tears in front of others so they wouldn't see the storm within. And yet, every time you could have chosen bitterness, you chose to bless. Every time you could have cursed God and walked away, you clung to the hem of his garment, like the woman in Mark 5 who said, "If I can just touch him, I'll be healed." You may not have had the words, but your heart was crying out, "God, don't pass me by." He didn't. He never did. There's a realm of unseen warfare that surrounds you, and what you need to know is this. Your obedience in private caused a ripple in the spirit. Heaven took notice when no one else did. The angels saw when you worshipped while breaking. The Spirit recorded your sighs, your groans, your stillness. Psalm 56:8 says, "You have kept count of my tossings, put my tears in your bottle. Not a single tear fell to the ground unnoticed." You are the chosen one because you were faithful when no one was watching. You didn't need applause to keep going. You didn't need validation to obey. You obeyed because you trusted the voice of God, even when it echoed faintly through the fog of delay. And now, the silence that once felt so heavy is being broken with clarity. Heaven is responding. The long pause was never absence, it was reverence. God was preparing a stage for a miracle that would be undeniable. And because you passed that private test, you're about to receive a public reward. But let's go even further. Your miracle isn't just tied to what you endured, it's connected to when you endured it. The illusion of delay is often the sharpest weapon the enemy uses. But the truth is this: what you thought was delay was divine precision. Chosen one, you must understand that heaven doesn't move according to earthly clocks. God's timing isn't restricted by calendars or deadlines. It flows from eternity and lands exactly where it was always meant to. You haven't missed anything. Let me say that again. You haven't missed anything. Some of you have felt like your moment came and went, that the opportunity passed you by, that maybe if you had made a different decision 5 years ago, things would be different now. But hear this word from the Lord. I am the Redeemer of time. God doesn't just restore years, He reorders them. He bends them back in your favor. Joel 2:25 doesn't say He'll just give you something new. It says He will restore the years that were stolen. The time you thought was wasted is coming back, pressed down and overflowing. The enemy tried to convince you that you were forgotten because nothing seemed to move. But in the silence, God was orchestrating divine appointments. The relationships that left, the doors that closed, the opportunities that vanished, none of it was a mistake. It was all synchronized by divine timing to preserve you for what's just now arriving. You were like Joseph in Pharaoh's prison, locked in a room while your destiny was being discussed in the palace. It may have looked like delay, but in truth, it was divine choreography. The Pharaoh of your destiny is about to summon you, not because of your effort, but because of your alignment. You are in position. Chosen one, breathe. You're right on time. But why did it take so long? Why did the path wind through so many deserts and detours? Because the waiting wasn't punishment, it was preparation. God never sends a chosen one into their destiny prematurely. The anointing on your life is weighty, and had He released it before you were rooted, it could have crushed you. So instead, He placed you in a refining furnace, a season of holy isolation, a time where He stripped away distractions, broke off old identities, and refined you in the fire of divine process. This is where your strength was forged, not in applause, but in affliction. Malachi 3:3 describes God as a refiner and purifier of silver. Do you know how a silversmith knows when the metal is ready? When he can see his reflection in it. That's what God has been doing in you, burning away everything that wasn't His image until all that's left is a reflection of His heart. His endurance, His glory. You didn't just wait, you were refined. Your humility was tested, your motives were purified, your desires were reordered. What used to offend you doesn't move you now. What used to trigger anxiety now gets met with peace. You're different. You've grown. You're not coming into this next season as the same person who cried out at the beginning of it. You've matured into someone heaven can trust with responsibility. Someone who will carry the promise and protect it, not misuse it. And that's why this door, this next opportunity, will not slip through your fingers. Because you've been made ready. But there's something else we must talk about. Something that goes deeper. Your hiding was holy. I know it hurt to feel overlooked, to watch others accelerate while you were in a holding pattern, to feel unseen. But chosen one, God didn't hide you to punish you. He hid you to preserve you. Some oil can't be exposed too early. Some callings are too sacred to be mishandled. So He covered you. He kept you in the shadows so that your anointing wouldn't be spoiled by premature exposure. Like Moses, who spent 40 years in the desert before returning to Egypt with the authority to confront Pharaoh. Or David, anointed as king yet still tending sheep while Saul ruled. Hiddenness isn't rejection, it's protection. God was covering what was still forming. He was shielding what the enemy tried to assassinate early. Because had you been launched too soon, you might have attached yourself to the wrong voices, walked through the wrong doors, believed the wrong narratives. He had to protect the promise inside you. So He placed you in spiritual witness protection. You were still growing, still transforming, still healing, and the right time, the appointed time, would bring you forth in full glory, not half-developed. That time is now. Your hiding season has ended. The cocoon is splitting open. What God has done in private is about to burst forth in public. What was concealed is about to be revealed. This next season will not look like the last, because the one who's stepping into it is not the same. You've been prepared, you've been purified, you've been positioned, and the heavens are declaring you are ready, chosen. One, now that you understand the purpose behind your silence, your waiting, and your hiding, it's time to awaken to the power of what has been stored up for you. Because while you were being processed, heaven was keeping record, and not just of your pain, but of your faithfulness. What you didn't know is that angels were assigned to you not to rescue you from the storm, but to walk with you through it. They didn't come to take away the fire, but to shield you in the middle of it. Every sacrifice you made in private, every time you sowed a seed in secret, every time you praised God while your heart was breaking, those moments were written into eternity. You weren't just enduring, you were investing. And heaven does not overlook divine deposits. Revelation 8 tells us that the prayers of the saints rise like incense before the throne of God. That means every whisper, every groan, every God, I trust you, was collected. And now, in the courts of heaven, the scales are tipping. Your words have reached their fulfillment. The bowls are full. The tipping point has come. It is not just time. It is fulfillment. Chosen one, you didn't wait in vain. Your tears were currency. Your obedience was the key. Your patience was the signature on the contract. And now the release has been stamped, approved. The enemy knew this moment was coming before you did. That's why he launched his attack so aggressively. That's why everything intensified. The warfare was never random. The closer you got to the release, the more furious hell became. The lies, the sabotage, the spiritual fatigue, it all came. In waves, because the enemy was terrified that you would outlast the storm. And you did. You need to hear this now loud and clear. You've already defeated what was sent to destroy you. The weapon formed, but it didn't prosper. The schemes launched, but they failed, because God had already drawn the boundaries of your battle and said, this far and no further. Like Pharaoh's army drowning in the Red Sea, the threats behind, you are being swallowed by the very waters God parted for your deliverance. You walked through on dry ground, and now the past is collapsing behind you. You will never return to that bondage again. You have graduated, chosen one. The wilderness season is over, and you didn't come out empty-handed. You're coming out with a mantle. You're coming out with clarity. You're coming out with divine authority. Everything you learned in the dark is now becoming your light. What once crushed you now crowns you. You are not broken. You are built. And because of that, God is not just returning what was taken, He's multiplying it. This is divine compensation, a restoration that exceeds the original loss. God doesn't just restore what you had, He restores with interest. Every delay increased your return. Every betrayal multiplied your inheritance. Every no that wounded you is turning into a yes that will elevate you. Joel 2:25 promises, I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten. Not the days, not the moments, the years. Chosen one, the time you thought was wasted is coming back to you drenched in divine favor. Overflow is coming, not just enough. More than enough, not just breakthrough, breakthrough upon breakthrough. Not just provision, pressed down, shaken together, running over. God is not stingy with His promises. He's extravagant, and He is releasing blessing in proportions your faith is just beginning to imagine. Because you've been trusted with little, you're about to be trusted with much, and it will come swiftly. No more delays, no more waiting, no more wondering. It is certain. Your miracle is in motion. Your breakthrough is irreversible. Your blessing is unstoppable. Chosen one, the Lord is saying, you are not just receiving a miracle, you are becoming one. Your story will be a testimony that silences the lies. Your life will be a living, breathing revelation that obedience is not wasted, that patience is not weakness. That holiness still carries power, just like Lazarus was called forth from the grave, not just for his healing, but so that many would believe. You are being raised up not just for your benefit, but for generations to come. People will point to your life and say, only God could have done that. You are not just stepping into favor, you are stepping into fulfillment. The door that's opening before you is not just a small opportunity. It's a divine appointment that changes everything. It's an Esther moment, one where God says, you were born for such a time as this. And when God opens a door, no man can shut it. Revelation 3:8 declares it. You're walking through a door that was locked for others but opens effortlessly for you because you carry the key of obedience. The seal of divine trust, the anointing that only comes through the fire. Chosen one, hear it again. Your moment has come. Your time is now. Your patience has qualified you. Overflow, overflow, overflow. Heaven is not debating your breakthrough. It's delivering it. Let your spirit rise. Let your expectation expand. Let your praise go forth before you see the promise, because God is doing exactly what He said. Chosen one, everything in your life has been building toward this. The slow climb, the quiet tears, the stretching seasons, the loss that made no sense, the waiting that tested your soul. None of it was wasted. You didn't just endure for nothing. You were being shaped by divine design for something only you were called to carry. And now, the evidence of that preparation is about to manifest in ways that will leave no room for doubt. You were made for this. You are not just about to receive a miracle. You are becoming the vessel through which miracles will flow. What's being birthed in this moment is not just for you. It's for others tied to your assignment. You have survived too much, seen too much, and surrendered too deeply for this blessing to be casual. No. Chosen one, this is a generational shift. You are the one in your bloodline that heaven marked. You are the interruption to cycles of pain. You are the restoration of what was stolen before you were born. and now the wait is over. Your patience has built a foundation so strong that God Himself is about to build something on it that no storm can shake. The miracle coming to your life is not fragile, it's fortified, and it will be obvious. No one will be able to say it was coincidence. It will carry the unmistakable fingerprint of God. Get ready for elevation without effort, acceleration without striving, increase without compromise, because what's coming to you is being handed down from heaven itself. You didn't manipulate it. You didn't chase it. You trusted, you stood still, you waited, and now the divine delivery is on its way. Like Elijah's servant looking toward the sea, it may have seemed like nothing was happening, until suddenly a small cloud formed, the size of a man's hand. That small sign was the beginning of a downpour. Chosen one, the cloud is forming. You've stepped into the suddenly of God. You are about to witness a miracle so profound that it will silence every voice that questioned your faith, your obedience, and your calling. This is not the time to doubt. This is the time to declare. God is not teasing you with potential. He is fulfilling a promise. He is not dangling hope in front of you like a mirage. He is making it real. The season of spiritual drought is over. Rain is coming, provision is coming, breakthrough is coming, restoration is here, recompense is already being released, and you, chosen one, are the recipient. You are the one He's doing it for. Not because of who you are in the world, but because of who you are in the Spirit, marked, sealed, appointed. Do you feel the shift, the vibration in the atmosphere? That's heaven drawing close. That's the sound of chains breaking and doors unlocking. That's the sound of divine release. It is certain. Your moment has come. You were made for this. God didn't allow all that pain to end in disappointment. He allowed it to lead you into divine demonstration. Now is the time for what was hidden in the soil to burst forth with unstoppable power. Seeds planted in tears are about to reap a harvest in joy. Psalm 126:5. Those who sow in tears shall reap with shouts of joy. The rejoicing is coming. The laughter you thought you'd never feel again is returning. The peace that seemed lost forever is being restored. The relationships that align with your calling are forming. The doors that were shut in your face are now opening by divine command. You're not walking into a repeat of your past. You're walking into the prophetic fulfillment of everything God spoke over your life before you were even born. Let the fire of this word sink into your bones, chosen one. Heaven is not confused. Your miracle is not delayed. It is active. It is moving. It is yours. Overflow, overflow, overflow. Say it aloud. Feel it resonate in your spirit. Speak it over your life, your family, your future. Overflow in peace, overflow in provision, overflow in purpose, overflow in power. Everything you lost is returning multiplied. Every battle you faced has positioned you. Every hardship has made you wise, strong, and ready. You didn't fail, you were fortified. You didn't miss it, you were matured. God never forgot you. He hid you to reveal you. He delayed you to protect you. He tested you to trust you. Now He is blessing you because He's chosen you. This is the moment where patience meets prophecy. This is the hour where the heavens declare, "Well done, faithful one." This is the time where God says, "You qualify for more." You are the evidence that waiting is not weakness, it is warfare. You are the vessel that proves trust is rewarded. You are the fulfillment of a divine timeline that no enemy could cancel. Chosen one, breathe deeply. Stand tall. Heaven is delivering what was stored for you, and you will see it with your own eyes. Chosen one, let this truth burn deep into your spirit. Your patience has not gone unnoticed. It has qualified you. Heaven has not been silent out of neglect, but because something sacred was being written. Your story was not stalled, it was being sanctified. And now the scroll of your breakthrough is being opened. You waited while others rushed. You trusted while others doubted. You stood still while storms raged, and now the one who commands the winds is declaring, "Peace, be still," over every area of your life. This is the fulfillment of what your heart has cried out for in secret. You are walking into the very thing that tried to break you. You are stepping over the threshold into the promise that once felt impossible. This isn't hype, it's holy. This isn't fantasy, it's fulfillment. God is doing it, and He's doing it now. Chosen one, everything you've endured has been counted. Every delay has been redeemed. Every prayer has been preserved, and every tear has become a seed in the soil of this divine moment. You didn't lose time. You were being aligned. You didn't lose favor. You were being positioned for the kind of blessing that cannot be stolen, cannot be denied, and cannot be missed. This isn't just your season, it's your signal. A signal that heaven has moved on your behalf. Can you feel the shift in the atmosphere? That's not imagination. That's not coincidence. That's divine confirmation. God is not just bringing you a miracle. He's releasing the one that makes sense of every battle you've ever faced, the one that was always worth the wait. Lift your head, straighten your spine, let your spirit stretch with expectation. You are not walking into this next chapter timidly. You are walking in crowned with glory. You are not crawling, you are ascending. You are not hoping anymore, you are receiving. Chosen one, receive it. Receive the miracle, receive the restoration, receive the divine compensation, receive the supernatural overflow, receive what you already survived for. This is not the beginning of a slow build. This is the sudden eruption of grace. This is the long-awaited yes from heaven that has your name sealed on it. The door is open, the angels are moving, the anointing is flowing, and your faith is the drawstring that pulls it all into your life. Let your mouth speak it. Let your hands prepare for it. Let your heart hold it. You've already been approved. You've already been called. You've already been set apart. There is nothing more you need to prove, and nothing more you need to fix. God is not waiting on your perfection. He's responding to your perseverance. That's what qualified you. That's what made this miracle inevitable. Because only a heart that waited this long, this faithfully, can carry the kind of glory that doesn't break under the weight of blessing. The word of the Lord is this: you have waited long enough. Now watch what I do next. Every spiritual delay has just met its divine deadline. Every closed door has heard the knock of heaven's hand. Every withheld promise has been released by the shout of, "Now, chosen one, it is time. Time for the appointment to become the arrival. Time for the prophecy to become reality. Time for the wait to become the wonder. You are not empty. You are full. You are not behind. You are aligned. You are not overlooked. You are ordained. Say it aloud. Let it echo through the halls of your home, your heart, your spirit. I receive it. Now go write it below as your declaration. Comment, I receive it. Let your fingers testify to your faith. Let the act of writing it be a memorial to this moment in heaven's books. You are the one God has chosen to bless beyond what you imagined. You are the one whose quiet strength is now making noise in the spirit. You are the one heaven is spotlighting for a miracle that no devil in hell can delay anymore. And because you waited, because you stayed, because you believed, you are about to receive. Chosen one, it is done. Your miracle begins now.